Hello, everybody. And I must confess that listening to, but they're young. They're not even 50 yet. So they're like in their 40s. Still strong. Still all that shit. Because when you're 50, I'm still a much strong motherfucker. That's what they all say. But they don't understand that that I'm a hard hitter. Still, to this day. That's not something that I'm proud of, but it's something that come in handy sometimes. Sometimes. But what I'm listening to is two motherfuckers trying to say who's more solid. Here where I go or where they go. Isn't that like my dad is stronger than your dad? I'm sorry, but it's like, what the fuck? Yeah, the other side, they told you about it. They did that. It's YouTube. Everybody can do this. Everybody. So I think it's sorry to say it, but it feels like fucking dumb what you're talking about. You know I knew damn well who you are. I don't need to say any names. But you're sitting talking about how good you are. It's people don't care. They just follow you because they like you. Not because of anything you got to say. Maybe DC 33 and people like that who's got a brain. I didn't mean a small brain, but I was about to say it. Because actually, I've been like, I like DC 33 and I like a lot of people. DC 33 was one of the first people to stand up for me at doses, you see. Um, I like that. I like when people they are who they say they are. Not and even though I don't get fucking people watching me, I don't I don't want to say when I'm going live. I don't give a fuck. I go live when the fuck I want to go live. I was out doing my and it didn't. Yeah, it did go well, but you got certain like what you're doing. Um, you want to do it this way or that way, but you gotta weigh, if you know what I mean. You always gotta weigh. Oh man, I'm tired. 6 o'clock in the morning here, smoking a homemade cigarette. I thought it was finished. But what I mean is, why don't we talk about music? Jazz, pop, hip hop. No, jazz, hip hop, jazz, jazz. You know, guru. We actually have a prince and a rock star here in Denmark. An African real prince and a real motherfucking rapper he is. His name is Alina Agami. I don't know how they pronounce it totally, but I'm sure that I'm kind of right about what I'm saying now. Alina Agami. But why talk about who's like the strongest in jail? See, I've been there. I came out of there. And hey, fuck about it's the hood's fault. I don't give a fuck about that. It's got nothing to do with that. Nothing. See, I got friends. I must say it's easier if you was born where I was born. It is easier. But don't think that we're like choir boys. People who come from where I come from. Believe me. Like you, we just, if there was a car like back in the 70s, 80s, if they ran into a gas station to get some more gas, the car was just, still, he just turned it on and like, we were just listening and following. That was kind of funny. So, it is what it is. People are already coming here in the morning. So it is what it is. Sorry the wind. Sorry the sound. Oh, I don't know if you can hear me actually. Oh, you could. But I don't like to fight. Yeah, sometimes I must admit that's why I don't like it. When I get into it, I can't get out of this emotion of violence. Violence ain't a good thing. Violence it's got a bad. If you are into commerce and you're into what's real and what's not, then you gotta look in, always in. Don't look out. Don't look at anybody else and say, "Oh, I want to be like that." Oh, he's solid. He looks, you know. I want to take a little look, Rev Lauren. Look what a boom he got. Everybody can wear a polo now. Everybody can afford one. So people buy polos. And the funny thing about it is, the only man we're feeding, wait, sorry, the only man we're feeding is the man with the money. And you're talking about helping out in the community and you want to do this and that and you want to stop all these uh, predator, predatorial behaviors. And I understand that. I think that's a great idea. But then don't talk about like those clothes suddenly. Clothes doesn't matter. It's not the clothes that makes the man. It's the man who wears the clothes. What shit. You just wear it because it's a practical thing. not to go with your ding-a-ling. Look, I'm like, I know, but I got 227 people that I like, allegedly, I like everybody, maybe not, but what I wanted to say is, we were like very different, but we're the same in a way, you know. When I listen to what they say on the other side, if you will, it's like, oh, they did that, they did that, they did that. It's like it's like kindergarten games. I don't care who's talking to who, just as long as I get along with Doc, Tommy, uh, Factual, and you know, actually a lot more. J-Way. I could name more, but I can't just in my mind remember. There's a lot. There's Static. There's hundreds of people that I find interesting. It's not just a thing about who can beat the fuck who. That would be kind of fun to try out, but it wouldn't get you anywhere. It's like, but would it really? You see, I would love to go to America just uh, to be a judge, because I can't. I'm too old. I don't want to fight anymore, man. I've done all my fights, uh, and it's, let me say, it's uphill to fight. It's like it's a it's a nice feeling when you win, but when you lose, it's a shitty feeling. But being this age, and I don't even think that way. I think in another way. I think what the fuck is positive and what's not. Because we need more positivity. Don't matter where you come from. Don't matter what you choose to fight or to be a good person. And when I say to be a good person, it's not. I'm not saying that people who fight can't be good persons, good people. But what I mean is, why? That's the question. Why the fuck do you want to fight at the age of, like, what was the age? Like 40 or something like that? 38? I don't know. And you see that I'm like, I'm older than these guys. So I think in another way. Hip hop was, it was made to be an unviolent uh, thing. You know, it was peace, unity, love, and having fun. That was was all about. It was b-boying. I was a b-boy. It was b-boying, and it was, everybody know it was DJing, and it was fucking MCing and graffiti. All these things are like now on in art schools and all kind of weird shit. They're in art schools and shit. It started from the gutters. It was Taki 183. He's the one that's got famous for being the first one, but he wasn't really the first one. There was somebody before. I can't name all of them. I'm not a fucking encyclopedia in my brain. It's not like that, but I know my shit. And it was Cool Herc who brought the sound system, to like New York. And in 1973, he made his first like big tribute, big hip hop. It was the first like where they all met. Like b boys, graffiti people. And it was in '73. I was 2 years old. But 10 years later, or like 11 years later, I was over there dancing in New York City. But what I mean about this is, you can talk about who's the best in all the way, but we did it back then. in a way. I'm talking, still talking about actually with a dealer, and he's not a nickel and dime dealer, but he's not a kingpin, but he's like in the middle, you know. I talk with him on the regular. He say the same shit as me, you know. Back then, it was another thing, and it was good. It was literally good. But now they're talking about, you know, stabbings, shootings. You know, it's all about that shit. Who the fuck wants that? I don't know. I don't want it in my living room. I don't want it in my fucking, you know, near me at all. So that's why I don't go, you know, and and and, and say on a page, hey, I want to fuck you up. I want to. You don't get anything out of that. Thinking that talking more shit about each other will bring more peace. Nah, that's not how it is. That's not how it's ever going to be. You know, talking shit will only make a lot of shit. I said what I wanted to say because, you know, I was just watching two men trying to say, yeah, he did go to that page and talk about this. What the fuck? And who cares who says what? I don't. That's not what made me like not sleeping at night. It doesn't matter. If you got something solid to say on YouTube, go ahead and say it. Peace, people. Have a nice day. Okay? Peace. Have a nice night. Okay, peace.